everyone. Welcome to our Wimbledon 5K tennis discussion. We are on show 103. Today's
104.
104?
Yeah, 104.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure I wrote it. It's 104.
104, I have to check that. Today is July 12, 2019. Hola y bienvenidos a nuestra discusión de Wimbledon. Estamos en el programa 104 y hoy es el 12 de julio 2019.
Let's go, Roger Federer. Let's go. Come on. Let's get down. Woo!
I was actually happy Federer won. Looks like there's one bet. It's been one now. Sorry, Margarita Martinez.
What bet?
What bet?
Oh, well, no, wait a minute. Rahesh still has to have Djokovic win for the bet to come to the, I guess, fruition. And I still think Roger Federer beats Djokovic in the final.
Did they say that? Okay, so Margarita Martinez said Nadal would win Wimbledon, and
no.
Rahesh said Djokovic would win Wimbledon.
Yes, and
so Djokovic hasn't won Wimbledon yet.
No.
Gotcha.
Yes. Their bet. Rahesh had a bet with Margarita that one would pay the other $100. If Nadal won it, then Rahesh would have to pay Margarita, and if Djokovic won it, then Margarita would have to pay Rahesh. Mm-hmm. So there's no way Margarita can win, but Rahesh can still win.
I don't know. Rahesh is pretty confident.
All right, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. You can catch up with Carla and I, mostly Carla, on these other links and platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and email. If you expand the description field, a lot of times I have people ask me when we're coaching lessons or whatever, how do I see these links? I can't figure out what you mean by expanding the description field. There's generally a little arrow, a down triangle that you can tap, and it will expand the title area. And there's our Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook email links right there. So expand the description field and you will see them there. They usually come up in blue. All right, so there's a lot to talk about today. We have a couple of topics, a couple of viewer comments, fantasy team winners, tennis racket giveaway updates, 12 rapid fire questions, and the finals predictions, and that's it. So we're going to try to roll through this show quickly. I don't know if you all know, but I love the weather. Carla does not. But we have a tropical storm outside.
There is no tropical storm outside.
Why not?
It is beautiful and sunny. There is no rain. We're not in Louisiana. There is no tropical storm. I don't know what you're hoping for.
Can I ask you a question? What is Louisiana?
Louisiana.
Thank you.
Better? Is it better for you?
Well,
there is no rain.
I already know.
There is no rain.
I'm going to get some weather outside tonight, so I got to get through this quick so I can make sure
Weather? What are you going to get? Rain?
Shoot. Talk about.
So cheesy.
You're cheesy. You smell like cheese. Every time I wake up, I smell something.
I don't even eat cheese.
All right, well, you said I'm cheesy. Well, you smell like cheese. Deal with that. All right, jumping into the show. Real quick, number one, congratulations once again to our fantasy team winners. The winners are in first place, Jordan Nelson. What's up, Jordan in Scotland? Been communicating with Jordan a lot here as of late. He is.
Thank you for asking how I'm doing, by the way. He always asks. I noticed that. I read it when you guys were chatting back and forth.
So Jordan is very much in the thick of things for the tennis racket giveaway as well. So good luck to Jordan moving into the tennis racket giveaway. So the fantasy team winners there are two of them. One, Jordan Nelson. He has already elected to have a 5K tennis shirt sent to him, signed by us. We will do so.
He said to sign it with black marker on the green part.
Sweet. I like the location. The second winner is Peter Dickstria in Sweden. So Peter, we still haven't heard.
Haven't heard from you, Peter. Let me know.
Yeah, haven't heard from you yet, Peter. Let us know if you want 2 sets of YTEX Strings. Again, thank you so much to Ivor Savage, President, CEO, owner of YTEX Strings, for giving these items to us to give out to all of you. So Peter Dickstria, let us know if you want 2 sets of YTEX Strings, a YTEX shirt or jacket. Sizes are a little limited there, or a 5K tennis shirt. I'm fairly confident we have all sizes left, but adult, men's, medium. Okay? Those are your 2 winners. By the way, when we move into the fantasy teams for the U.S. Open, there is going to be a slight change of rules. Remember that we picked 16 total players, 8 men and 8 women, historically. And 5 men and 5 women have been allowed to be in the top 20. We are going to bring that number down to 4. So as we roll into the U.S. Open, 4 men and 4 women will be in the top 20, and your other 4 men and 4 women will be outside of the top 20. The kicker is that your 4 men and 4 women outside of the top 20, a total of 8 players, will get 2 points per match win instead of 1. So as we move into the U.S. Open, remember you will select 16 players, 8 men, 8 women. Only 4 men and 4 women can be inside of the top 20. The other 4 women and the other 4 men must be outside of the top 20, and those that you select outside of the top 20 will get 2 points per match win instead of 1. All right, we'll talk more about this moving forward. Second quick thing, the tennis racket giveaway update. There are only 2 people left, and by the way, this tennis racket, Wilson Burn 100S countervail with the 16 by 18 string pattern, the spin version with the 4 1/4 grip, which I will string for you at your request, as well as I will overgrip it as well, is going to be given away. 1 of 2 people is going to win this racket. Either Matt Cain in England will win it, or Jordan Nelson will run the gauntlet and win both the fantasy team and as well the tennis racket. Here's how it goes down. Matt Cain had a Djokovic-Nadal final, with Djokovic winning. Nadal lost today. We'll get into that. Jordan Nelson has a Djokovic-Federer final, with Federer winning. And Matt Cain, I don't know if I said it, had a Djokovic-Nadal final with Djokovic winning. So he lost Nadal today, Matt Cain. So right now, Jordan Nelson has both his men's finalists and his winner still intact. Wow. And Matt Cain and Jordan Nelson both have a Serena versus Halep final with Serena winning. So here's how this will go down. If Matt Cain has Novak Djokovic win and Serena win, then Matt Cain will have both of his finalists, both of his winners, and he very well may take it. But the reason why Jordan Nelson has a slight edge here is because he picked all 4 of his finalists. So he is perfect going into the finals. However, if someone has both finalists if someone has both winners, that's the ultimate goal. It takes 3 finalists and at least 1 winner to qualify. They both have that. Jordan Nelson is perfect. However, if Roger Federer wins the final, automatically Jordan Nelson will win because he was perfect going in, and that will take out Matt Cain's Djokovic, leaving Jordan Nelson with Federer winning and a perfect final selection. So it comes down to this match. If Novak Djokovic wins, it looks like Matt Cain will win. If Roger Federer wins, it looks like Jordan Nelson will win. So good luck, pins and needles for you 2 on this match, because one of you is going to come home with the tennis racket. All right? So I wrote here.
Well, both are almost in the same area. Scotland, England.
And England.
Close.
Yeah, I wrote here, just in case I didn't look down, I'm trying to pay more attention to you. But if Djokovic and Serena win, Matt Cain wins. Selecting both winners trumps all. If Federer wins, then Jordan Nelson wins. Went into the finals perfect, and that would give them each 1 winner. And now, again, if Halep wins, it doesn't matter because they both have the same final. Comes down to Federer versus Djokovic. Good luck to both, and we wish the best for you moving forward. All right, it's getting darker outside, and the rain is dropping.
There is no rain dropping. The sun is really bright. You could even go play tennis.
It's coming.
It's not coming.
It's coming.
And by the way, I mean, rightfully so, these guys are both in areas where Wimbledon, grass, right? Andy Murray, Scotland. Isn't Andy Murray from Scotland?
Yep.
So, and then Matt Cain's in England. Well, Wimbledon is in England, isn't it? It's in London.
I would like to know more historically from both of these guys why there is such a huge difference between Scotland and England on this same little island. That's another question for another day. I think I remember learning some about it in college, but never to the extent of why they just don't have one.
Well, I love the Scottish accent, so.
I think it's pretty much the same, though, isn't it? Anywhere you kind of go.
No.
And then right offshore you have Ireland, and it's
that's a different accent.
Yeah, it's in a whole different geopolitical thing. But it'd be kind of nice if there was just like a whole bunch of happy faces and a whole bunch of handshaking going on over there. such a small area.
Well, you can ask the same thing in a lot of other countries. I mean, just like Central America. Why doesn't Honduras get along with Guatemala or Salvador? It's the same thing.
Yeah,
same thing.
Just talking. Waiting on my weather. Waiting on my storm. Tropical storm.
No storm.
Tropical storm. Barry's coming. Let's go.
Sunny.
All right, Carla, let's jump right into the men's and women's semifinals. We know the results, but let's break down each match.
Yes, we didn't do a show for the women's semifinals because honestly, the matches were very lopsided. They went by quickly. Both matches, right?
Indeed. But
quick.
Let's do the semifinals breakdowns and then go ahead and roll into the finalists and finals predictions on each match and just kind of run it all together.
Serena Williams, your 11th seed from the USA, takes out, and we've been butchering her name, Barbara Strycova. We've been saying Strykova. Strycova. Thank you. That's why I put it here.
Let's go.
Strycova, 6-1, 6-2. I watched this match twice because I didn't want to miss anything in case I said maybe I didn't see anything where Strycova had a chance, but no, she had no chance nowhere. Serena was just powerful. There was not much she can do with a two-handed slice that she lets go at the end. Didn't help her. Even when she came to the net, she couldn't do anything. She was just overpowered. Serena was just the much better player in this match.
I think I even saw some two-handed volleys in there from Strycova.
Yeah, it was just not good.
Yeah,
not good at all.
We have some junior students come out.
Do not.
Don't volley or slice with a two hands.
No.
Yeah,
not a volley and not a slice.
We have some juniors come out for the first time, and they've been, I guess, coached. I don't know how you've been.
Yes,
coached.
they were coached that way.
How are you coached in tennis to hit all the time, two hands, backhands, two hands, slices, two hands, volleys? I don't get it. I mean, we won't get into all that. I mean, whatever. I think Sue Shea's about the only one, or Bartoli. What was Bartoli's first name?
Marion?
Yeah, Marion Bartoli. I think those are about the only two in history that I can remember.
Monica Seles.
Was she a two-hander, true two-hander?
Both sides.
Yeah, I mean.
But that was in a different era. I don't think in this era, as you see it dying, it's really dying. I think Sue Shea is the last one to hit with the two-hander.
Well, yeah, Barbara Strycova is not an all-the-timer two-hander, but during that match with Serena, being so restricted on these shots with the two hands, in other words, having to take an extra step instead of reaching out and hit it, I mean, you can't play with a power player and be a step behind, a dollar short, day late type thing. Strycova was a dollar short and day late the whole match. She got trounced over that. I think, Carla, we both discussed before the match that when we broke down the women's semifinals, we said, Serena to win has to serve big, play big.
She did serve big.
And we also said that Strycova's only way to win was to basically hope. I don't think she hoped good enough, and she got pounced.
It was her worst showing, actually. 6-1, 6-2. Good for her, though. She had her family there.
A big paycheck.
And guess what? She's in the mix. She's in the women's doubles final.
Let's go.
With guess who else? With Sue Shea.
Uh-oh. Hey, two hands together make a right. We say two wrongs don't make a right. In tennis, two hands make a right.
Yes.
Well, hopefully the best for them. At the end of the day, though.
Well, this is her last year playing, so good for her. Double check.
Retirement check times 2. Let's go.
Hey,
Woo!
Hey, any of us would have hoped to have a career like her. So good for her.
I would rather not be paid a dime than to look back in the history books and see myself hitting with two hands on every shot on the backhand wing.
She hits two. Well, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Preposterous how pro players hit with two hands at the net on volleys and two hands with a slice. Very time consuming. Very restricted. You have to waste a footstep getting closer to the ball.
And it just looks ugly.
And it's just ugly. Anyway.
All right, number 7 seed, Simona Halep defeats Elina Svitolina, the 8th seed, 6-1, 6-3. I watched this match too, and it seemed to me like Svitolina just didn't have enough on her shots, didn't run enough, or didn't put enough on her shots. Her serve let her down. Halep was just more consistent, more focused, and she was ready to get to the finals. Just not a good match for her at all.
I think when we broke down the Halep-Svitolina match.
Now they're 4-4. Now their head-to-head is 4-4. 4-4.
We even had a rapid-fire question about this, and I think about 90% of all of the viewers that answered that question that we went back and looked at, everyone said Halep would destroy Svitolina in straight sets. And that's exactly what happened. So I think we were all on the same song sheet for that.
No, there was one viewer that said they thought that Let's see. Daniela Machado thought that Silvina would win a Grand Slam.
Daniela, that one hurt. That one hurt. You were wah wah wah.
And I told her if she won, then women's tennis is questionable.
So, Carlo, do you think Gail Monfils will help her feel any better about her loss to Halep?
No.
I didn't think so.
I think they'll probably break up.
Yeah, they'll break up again. They thought the good energy, went away with the breakup, and they got back together, and then they realized it just really wasn't good energy in the first place. I'm totally kidding. Halep was way too much here, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Let's move forward to the final. Halep, Serena, who wins?
Well, their head-to-head is 9-1. One's 37, being Serena. And Halep is actually 10 years younger than her, 27 years old. I would have never guessed 10 years apart. The last time they played was at 2019 Australian Open, which was this year. Serena won in 3 sets. And then before that, 2016, which is a long time, and 2011 Wimbledon, 3 sets, Serena won. So their matches have gone 3 sets, but the sets have been like 1, 2, 3. So it seems like someone disappears for a set and then comes back. I'm
sure you're assuming to Serena there.
Both of them, their scores 1 and 2, and then Serena wins the next set.
Exactly.
I think that for Serena to win this match, she needs to serve big like she usually does, finish the points quickly, serve +1. I would be attacking Halep's serve a lot. I would be picking on that serve.
Especially the second serve. Step in, take it early, dictate.
Take it, and maybe bring her into the net and show her what you got.
Yeah, and plus with Simona Halep's shorter structure, she has limited reach at the net, going left and right, laterally to the forehand volley, to the backhand volley, draw her in, lob her. She's also limited in height, so an offensive lob is good for Serena here. Bring her in, take the lob. Bring her in, pass left, right. Serena serves big, she's in. Serena wins.
As a matter of fact, when Serena serves and Halep returns, she should be at the net and put it away, because the shot that she's going to get back is not going to be strong.
If it's a serve if Serena can serve where she has to move Halep up the tee, high to the backhand, moves her, comes in behind it, volleys the point away, serve +1, as you just said perfectly. Bring her out wide to the right-hander's forehand. Come in behind it, backhand volley, cross court. Serve +1 is going to dictate here. If Serena can get 10 aces, and that's a low count for Serena, 10 aces, a handful of serve +1 points, rattle Simona right off the get-go, draw her to the net, lob her a few times, deflate her game in terms of, one of those type thoughts that Serena wants to ascertain with Simona Halep is to let this girl think that no matter what she does, that I've got a counter tactic for it. In my opinion, Serena wins this match 6-4, 7-5, or 6-4, 6-4.
I give it the same score. I think for Halep to have a chance, she obviously needs to keep Serena on the court a lot, side to side, make her hit an extra point, because Halep can win only if she makes Serena play more points.
Yeah, Halep needs to step in no matter what the result, take Serena's serve early. If she gives up 15, 20 aces, okay, maybe she can offset Serena's mentality and offset Serena's ace count by stepping in and taking some return winners right off the serve. If she can guess where she's serving, take it early, put some pressure on her, and then and force Serena to play serves more than just going for broke. If Halep can get on pattern, get on tactic, she has a chance. I think that this task is too much for Halep, though. I think Serena wins it 6-4, 7-5, maybe even a 6-2, 6-4. I think it's straight sets. I don't even give Halep a set. It could happen. If this match ends up 4-4 in the third set, then I'm going to go with Halep as we move forward, just simply because of age and fitness at this point. But I think Serena wins an offensive barrage of weapon type match. I think she is going to serve +1. I think she's going to serve +1, come in, cut it off, serve +2. I think she is going to step in on Halep's serve and give Halep her own dose of the strategy Halep would need to take to beat her. Serena wins her 24th major.
I think so too. And we saw Venus there. By the way, Wyndham Chia was just messaging me, and I said I'm waving at you as I'm recording the show. So
I saw Wyndham Chia. He's in Singapore, so it's got to be like 13 hours ahead, right?
So is he sleeping?
So he's got to be like 4 or 5 in the morning there. That's what I call diehard. Look, I'm diehard with the weather. I'll stay up all night long and watch the weather when these storms roll in. With no problem. So I think Wyndham Chia is equally as excited about tennis because he just stays up like Dracula.
Yeah,
he's nocturnal. Let's go.
But I think Serena will win her 24th. I think she will create history. And before we go on to the men's side, Ethan did ask me to...
Who? Ethan?
Ethan did ask me...
Ethan D.A. in New York. That sent the cookies.
That sent the cookies. He asked me to talk about this subject, and I said I would if Serena won. So let me talk. There's an article that came out about Serena. I have it here. Okay, it was on Serena Williams poses on Unretouched for Harper's Bazaar. It was a magazine where she kind of poses, not really nude, kind of. And there was a quote that she says in this magazine. She says, "As a teenager, I was booed by an entire stadium. I took the high road and even thanked those who didn't want me to win. I've been called every name in the book. I've been shamed because of my body shape. I've been paid unequally because of my sex. I've been penalized in the game in a final of a major because I expressed my opinion or grunted too loudly. I've been blatantly cheated against to the point where the Hawkeye rules were introduced so that something like that would not happen again. And these are the only things that are seen by the public." And he said, "I would love to hear your thoughts on this article." Well, I said, I'm glad that Serena said all these things. You know, she's a strong woman, a fighter, a warrior. I remember her playing at the U.S. Open 2004 against Capriati, where, yes, she was cheated in this match, and yes, they did put Hawkeye because of her. I think by her winning this Grand Slam will say everything. Nobody can ever say anything anymore. 24. What can you say? I'm the greatest ever.
Oh, this is kind of a touchy topic for me. I didn't know about this, and look, I wasn't in you guys, or you guys is, if that's a word, you guys with an asterisk. I wasn't in this conversation, so I'm trying to process what I just heard in a minute. I think everyone out there that watches this channel knows that I have an acronym that...
you gotta say Woogis? You can't say Woogis.
Can I talk? Am I able to talk? I can't watch my weather because you won't let me.
You watch your weather. I wasn't here today.
I mean, you won't go out and film it with me. I do it all solo, and now I can't even talk solo. I get there, son, but there's a weather system out there, and there's 10 million people at the mercy of it. We got 550 right here. I got 10 million. We got 200 views on our last video. 200 views on my last video.
So you got 10 million people waiting for you to watch the weather?
But, man, I would rather... Never mind. I'm not going to go there. All I know is the weather, based upon our statistics, is way more popular than what we do. Just saying. Anyway, I mean, am I wrong? Am I lying?
Yes.
I'm brutally honest. I'm just saying. I've had 10,000 views on the weather video. I get 500 here, and then you don't let me do it. I don't get it. I'm just as passionate about weather as tennis, and always have been. I've played this my entire life, and born into it.
You need to wear your pink skirt, just like you said today about the people are grunting.
Anyway, there's an acronym that has been in my family. This comes from my father, and I think it even came from Navy ships when he was younger, which was WOOGIS. Who gives a blank? I guess everyone can figure out the S. Now, it's a touchy subject. If this was Djokovic saying this, I would just come out and say it. But because it's female and because of the historical things that have gone on with Serena Williams, I have to tread carefully on it. Let me repeat, I am a staunch Serena Williams fan. I think she's the best athlete, male or female, pound for pound in the history of any sport, including Michael Jordan or Muhammad Ali or Joe Louis or Jack Nicklaus or whatever it is, or Michael Phelps or Shaun White. Jeez, she's the best for me, okay? I'm not hating on the athlete. I'm hating on the article that I've never even heard of, first and foremost.
Oh, it just came out.
I've never read it, never heard it. All I heard you read was something that Ethan D.A. sent you out of a magazine. Oh, because I did this, and because I did that, and because of this, and I would... You know what, here. You said she shamed on you for body size. I was called chicken legs and too tall for my body since I was 3. Okay? I was the tallest kid in my class by 2 feet, but my legs look like toothpicks. So I don't want to hear about, oh, I've been shamed, because, I mean, I've been there, right?
But you're not a superstar. You're not on TV. And as we all seen, she's been shamed.
I'm a superstar in my own right. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Michael Jackson.
I think you're being too touchy. She's right. What she said did happen to her. It did happen to her.
Can I finish talking? I don't like excuses.
She's not making excuses.
Suck it up, male or female, whatever. But you were just reading about, oh, well, I've been shamed since...
That was a quote from the magazine.
Can I ask everyone a question out here? Can anyone watching this show tell me that they have never been shamed for anything in their entire life?
All of us have.
Okay? I've been shamed for being too tall.
You're not even too tall.
I went through I'm not even going to give it into on this show, but there was a time in my life where I was shamed and badly for a lot of years, and I'll leave it at that. I was a nobody, and no one guessed that I would ever come out and coach again. Never. I'll stop. But there was a time in my life where people, my own friends, wouldn't even talk to me, and I realized after all the time went by that they weren't my friends anyway because they forgot who I was when times got tough. Let's just leave it at that. I'm not an excuse maker. I don't let my kids, especially my boys, make excuses. I don't like pouting. I don't like shouting. I don't like breaking rackets. I don't like acting like a fool and yelling at line judges. Okay? I don't need to hear any of it. The fact of the matter is I think as human beings, regardless of what we do, that we should hold our head up, hold our shoulders back, and whatever happens, happens, and we should just act like a professional. Good enough? I don't need to hear about...
I think that's good enough.
I don't need to hear about, because this happened or that happened and this happened and that happened, because you know what? There's not one person on this earth that we live in that has not been through equally as much, and let's be real, 99.8% of everyone on this planet has been through way worse. There's people that live in...
Oh my God, he's on a roll today because I don't let him do the weather.
There's people that live... That's true. There's people that live in war zones and they're sleeping at night and they wake up and the bedroom's blown off in their daughter's room.
I agree.
What did the 3-year-old do to deserve some missile go through their living room?
You're right. You're right.
Just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't give me the excuses. I'm the biggest Serena fan.
I don't think she's making the excuses. I think it was an article that was in a magazine. So
I could care less. I don't need to feel sorry for anyone, especially when they're a $100 million athlete.
True.
Win or lose. Shake hands at the net. Thank you so much for allowing me to play you, and let's move forward.
Very true.
Especially if you got half a billion dollars in the bank, and you're married to a guy that's a billionaire. I don't need the sob stories. Shake hands at the net. Get out. I love you though. I do. I'm your #1 fan, but I don't need the Woogus excuses.
Okay.
Glad we had the discussion.
All right, Ethan. There's your answer.
Anyway, moving on to the men's semifinals.
Yes. Djokovic defeated Bautista 6-2, 4-6, 6-3, 6-2. Well, you're not being nice today at all.
45-shot rallies at will? Who wants to sit and watch that? Do you want me to start on this one? Okay, by the way.
Well, I was going to say a few of the viewers' comments before you become the bad guy.
Go ahead. I'll be the bad guy.
Yeah, he just wants to be the bad guy. He's just pouting
I'll be
today.
the bad guy.
He's pouting today.
I got weather to look forward to all night. I'm ready. I'm happy.
Are you pouting?
I'm not pouting. I'm going to be the bad guy on this match for sure.
Okay, well, I had B-Dog send me a message. He says, here we go on a wild Djokovic ride. Unbelievable. He's way too temperamental.
Let's go, B-Dog. I love that guy.
Bautista's doing nothing. Unforced errors
B-Dog.
everywhere, he says. So then Wayne Chia says, Djokovic looks beatable. Federer has a chance.
Let's go, Wayne Chia.
And then Rajesh says, Novak was casual and missed few and set was gone, but then got it together. Grunt, obviously, because of long rallies.
All right. What's up, B-Dog? What's up, Wayne Chia? B-Dog feels me. So. Still can't believe Russell Westbrook got traded to the Rockets. We'll get into that in a little while. What's up, B-Dog? What's up, Wayne Chia?
Hey, Rajesh. I guess you could tell that he's not too happy with Djokovic today.
Look, man.
Well, I think the match was not good because of who he was playing, honestly.
When Roger Federer is playing, I like Djokovic to an extent, okay? When Roger Federer's playing, or you have to play him, I'm out. Arch enemy, don't care. Let's go, Roger. Let's go! First and foremost. But number 2, I turned on this match. I watched every ball strike with my 14-year-old son, Chris. Yes, our producer, Christopher. Love that kid, too. What's up, Chris? Watched every ball strike of the match. And when my 14-year-old son in this match is totally ambiguous.
And he's a huge Djokovic fan.
A huge Djokovic fan. You know what my 14-year-old son and I came up with this morning during the match? First of all, after the 45-shot rallies at will, him and I both said we just wanted to fast forward the match and get through with it because, oh my goodness, it was getting old, number 1. But number 2, the grunting, okay? Let me go ahead and tell you what the grunting of this match sounded like. Has anyone ever been to like a big concert or a busy store and they wind up in the restroom. And I'm going to keep it PG, okay? I'm going to keep it PG. Parental guidance is about it. So we're going to keep it PG. Have you ever been to a restroom where it's crowded with people and you got people trying to get in and out, need concerts, football games, tennis matches, whatever, and someone is in the bathroom, and we'll keep it PG, keep the graphic stuff out, and the doors are shut, and people are cramming in and out, trying to get in and out, and lo and behold, people get stuck behind the door, having a little difficulty in the restroom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a little difficulty in the restroom, a little rear end non-cleavage, whatever it is. You're sitting on the toilet and you hear, oh my goodness. It was the worst grunt fest. Not screech fest like Azarenka, Schiavone, or Sharapova, but this was a poo-poo grunt fest. It sounded like a geriatric ward with only one toilet. Okay? Sounded like grandma was lined up behind grandpa and 300 others, and they were, hurry up, it was just awful. Okay? So what I'm saying here is maybe that Djokovic and Roberto. No, this match, it wasn't Djokovic, it was Jokina, and it was not Roberto Bautista Agut, it was Roberta. Do I have my accent right on my Spanish? Roberto male, Roberta female, right?
Right.
Let's
Roberta.
go. Learning my Spanish, staying true to my game.
Babe, you need to calm down today.
Shoot.
Are you okay?
I know.
You need to calm down.
I know that Federer's gonna win this tournament.
Calm down. It's okay.
I'm telling you what.
Calm down. He's so amped up today.
Roberta and Jokina. Shoot. I tell you what. There was more grunting in that Roberta Augusta Jokina match than I've ever heard ever in men's tennis. Now let's be real. Rafael Nadal
bad too.
Sounded like he was ripping a thorn out of his stuck underwear in his butt the whole match. Okay?
Oh my God.
Yeah! It sounded like a thorn wedged in his rear and he had to pull it out along with his underwear. So between Bautista Agut or Roberta and between Djokovic, Jokina, and between Nadalina, how do you say that in Spanish? Nadala? Between those three, rip out my umbla anglagata. Jeez! Going on. Beware. If you need to find out what it sounds like when the bathrooms are backed up at a concert, rewind the match between Djokovic and Roberta, or Jokina and Roberta Agut, and you will hear what it sounds like. Okay? Just saying.
Well, he moves on and he's on to another final, right? I mean, I didn't expect 4 sets. I expected 3 sets. Did you expect 4 sets?
What, in the Jokina Roberta match?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly thought Jokina should have beat Roberta 1-1-1.
I was shocked.
I mean,
I was at the doctor's and I was like, what?
Yeah, I
Said
mean,
what?
I'm like, really, Jokina lost a set to Roberta? I was like, geez, maybe they should take a bathroom break, because it sure sounds like they need one.
All right, well, Federer defeats Nadal. 7-6, 1-6, 6-3, 6-4. He watched the whole match. I got to watch it starting on the 3rd set, and I was actually rooting for Federer. I'm a big Nadal fan, but I said to myself, Federer has the better chance of beating Djokovic in the Wimbledon final. Nadal, I think Djokovic is still in his head. So I was rooting for Federer. Not only was I was really rooting for him because I want him to get another Grand Slam. I like for him to retire with another Grand Slam. And I don't want to see any of the guys pass him. Honestly, and I'll be honest with you guys. And I'm a Nadal fan, and I'm saying this. When you see this guy play, it's just a different thing, a different vibe. And I think him going to the finals, the crowd will pump him really hard. This was a great match from what I saw starting at the 3rd set.
Then we have Rajesh that messaged us that, or stated that the Roger Federer match and Nadal match was played at a very low quality. Does anyone want to agree with Rajesh that the Novak Djokovic, or not Novak Djokovic, sorry, Rajesh is a Novak Djokovic only fan. He likes only Novak Djokovic and no one else.
No, he likes Nadal too.
Okay, well, if he likes Nadal, how is it that the Nadal-Federer match, quote unquote, was poor quality?
I don't think it was.
Does anyone think that the match was poor quality?
I've never seen Federer hit shots back, so many shots back and forth. I mean, Nadal was giving him everything, and this guy was hitting everything back. I've never seen that many rallies.
Put it this way: if Roger Federer plays at the level he played today against Nadal,
he has a big chance.
He doesn't just have a big chance; he will beat Djokovic in straight sets. Everybody exploits Federer's backhand, the one-hander, until it gives way. Okay, the grass is even playing slower than it has in a very long time. That's been proved by RPM counts and studies.
I think you said you didn't care about this. Wugas.
Well, I'm going somewhere with it. Roger beat a good Nadal today on a slower grass court.
He was hitting everything to him.
Roger was winning the long points with no problem. Sure, he squandered a few unforced errors, but his backhand did not break down. That's been Nadal's tactic since the third time, fourth, fifth time they played, and it's worked. But the last, correct me if I'm wrong, I think now the last 6 out of 7 or 5 out of 6 matches that Roger has won less than one time on clay, right?
Right, this year, French Open, which we knew he would not have a chance there.
All I know, if Novak Djokovic goes into this final thinking that the same strategy of working Federer's backhand is going to beat him once again, it's incorrect.
I think that Novak would have rather seen Nadal, and I think Rahesh says, no, you're wrong. No, I think he would have rather seen Nadal because he dominates Nadal. For him to see Federer on the other side is not good. 2 different type of games, which is better to see than the same type of games. And the crowd will be behind Federer. They just will. He is loved more, in my opinion.
Okay, Carla.
At Wimbledon.
I'll ask you, Carla, and everyone a question. Would someone worry about someone's credibility as someone to read a tennis tape from if they thought that the Roger Federer match and Nadal match was played at a low level? I mean, it was kind of odd to me. I've never heard such that was kind of a tough comment. That makes me question the depth of what we're looking at. The match was played at a very high quality, and Federer was just that good, in my opinion.
Maybe the second set was low quality, right?
Maybe because the second set, the 6-1.
Yeah.
But if you know the game cold from a player playing 5 sets, what you need to look at is that, hey, wait a minute, I took the first in a tight one. You know, I'm a little tired here. I'm down a break or 2. Let me conserve energy. And then the third and fourth set went fairly one-sided. Let's just say. So when you're dealing with 5 sets, because one set comes up lackluster, there is strategy behind that. And whether anybody wants to agree or disagree, if you have the self-discipline to tell yourself that this may go on 4 or 5 or longer, that may be a good time to kind of go easy a little bit, and let's see if Nadal can keep this level up for very long. And what happened is, in the first set was good, stellar tennis. 7-6, great. Second set, Roger Federer had unforced errors piling up on him. For a second there, his backhand was shaky. He started slicing more, was dumping some of those slices in the net up the line instead of going cross court. And you know what? He shook that off. In the third and fourth sets, Nadal didn't keep up the level. Federer went back to attack mode, and guess what? Nadal's game broke down, and Federer won the match.
I've never seen Federer return so many balls in my life. I mean, and not only was he returning them, he was meeting them up he was making contact with those balls like really in front of him, that Nadal would hit a ball and they would come right back. You know what I mean? He would meet him. He would use his power right back. I mean, it was really good tennis to watch for any juniors out there. Really good tennis. And I think Federer will win Wimbledon after watching him.
I agree here. Again,
their head-to-head is 25-22. Djokovic is up 25. Djokovic is 32. Federer 37. The last time they played was at 2018 semifinal, where Novak won at the ATP Major 1000. Novak's beat him 2015, 2014, 2012 on grass in Wimbledon at the finals in 4 sets. And Roger Federer last time beat him in 2015 at ATP Finals. He beat him 3 times. Yes, like Rajesh said, in the finals at Wimbledon. 3 times. Remember, could take another time. The 4th time could be different. Not only that, we're talking about 2015 when Novak was dominating.
How many times did Novak cry at his box the match when he was just whipping the daylights out of this guy? So when
I did hear that a lot, that he was whining a lot.
When Djokovic lost the set to Batista Agut, I almost felt like it was scripted. My son and I, again, she was taking the kids to the doctor, and my 14-year-old was here with me, who's a big Nadal fan and a big Djokovic fan. But when he was crying the whole time, and still looking like we knew he was firmly in control of the match, I'm thinking to myself, is this match scripted? Is he like giving them a set and then crying to sell tickets? I mean, again, I'm not hating on Djokovic. I like him as a player. When Federer's on the other side, I could care less who Djokovic is.
Hey, Rahesh, since you sent me a message just now.
I should care less of who Djokovic is. And in terms of Rahesh, we're both professional men. He helps us a lot with this show. If it's not for Rahesh, by the way, much love to you, Rahesh. A lot of these topics or rants never even happen. So remember, Rahesh is instrumental in this show. Just saying. Instrumental since day one.
He
day one.
actually helps a lot.
Okay,
yes.
and look, if I didn't know Rahesh this way, and you guys are like best friends, you guys are inseparable, and I love that because you guys share a competition: Djokovic, Nadal, Federer. So it's like a three-way triangle of battling, and I love it. So I just wanted to make sure Rahesh knows that Rahesh is very instrumental in this show on an everyday basis. But right now,
sorry, he's been tough on you. It's Federer.
No,
Federer. He loves Federer.
Rahesh right now until the match is over.
He says Margarita lost. He's like,
until this match is over, Rahesh and I are sworn enemies. She has to play the mediator because she is a true Nadal fan.
I love Nadal. Honestly, listen, I love Nadal, but I just figure that at Wimbledon, Federer would have the better chance of beating Novak. And as you guys know, I'm not a big Novak fan.
I love you, Rahesh. Remember, you are instrumental, one of the major players right here, and you are every day. And so a lot of others. But Rahesh is like on it from a technical perspective, from a you perspective. And so when Roger Federer's in the mix, bro, I have no friends if you're not on board. Fair enough?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, also, before we move on to that, we do have men's double. Nicolas Mahut, good for him, and Edouard Roger Vasselin from France are in the finals and will face the Colombians, the number 2 seeds, Juan Sebastián Cabal and Roberto Farah. Good for them. Yeah. I've seen this Colombian team a lot lately.
Would it be safe to say that Nicolas Mahut may very well be one of the best double specialists ever to play the game? I question that. I question that. Look, Nicolas Mahut, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't he number 1 in the world with Herbert, the Frenchman? And I wonder what happened to Herbert. Didn't Herbert and Nicolas Mahut win 2 majors? I didn't write that down. I'm just bringing.
They did win a lot, but I thought Herbert wanted to concentrate on his singles. Is what.
Well, you know, I think that's unfortunate because Herbert, and again, I did not write this. This is straight out of my head, so I may be wrong. Call me out on it. But I think Herbert and Mahut won 2 majors. Then I think Herbert played doubles with someone else, and Mahut maybe with someone else. Again, I'm shooting this from the hip, so I'll shut up because I'm surely wrong. But Nicolas Mahut, here he is in another doubles final with a different partner. Isn't that pretty good grounds for saying Mahut is an extremely good double specialist?
Yeah, I would say so.
The same person that went 7,000,001 to 6,998,998 in the 5th set against Isner too. So I think he's pretty good on both sides of the court. But Mahut seems to be a double savvy man, right?
He does. I was looking at.
And you can check my math on that.
I was checking. Well, he did make it with Herbert. They won Australian Open, the finals.
Yeah.
They won this year.
So I might have had it a little bit off, but I think it's pretty cool that Nicolas Mahut not only has the Wimbledon record for the longest match in history, and therefore changed the game forever
and
at this club.
And they were playing together, yeah, at the U.S. Open, but they didn't win there.
Okay, so they made 2 finals, 1-1. And
no, round 16 at the. Okay.
But Nicolas Mahut is a journeyman, but not journeyman in terms of, you know, just traveled and never done anything. Mahut has been a studious tennis player and a very good one for a long time.
So he's won 4 double Grand Slams: Australian, French, Wimbledon, and U.S. Open.
Who, Mahut?
Yeah.
So he's got the career slam.
But not in the same year. But he's won all of them.
That would be called a calendar year slam.
Mm-hmm. And he won
a career slam is when you win them all in your career.
He won a French Open with Herbert. He won the Australian Open with Herbert. He won the Wimbledon with Herbert. And the U.S. Open with Herbert.
So they won all 4.
All 4 together.
So here's the thing. Why Nicholas? So I was right. I underplayed it. So Mahut's won 4 majors, all 4 of them with Herbert, and
in different years.
And here he is in the final again with a different player. That tells you that Mahut is a double specialist. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. We ready to move forward?
Yes. In the women's doubles final, we have Barbara Strycova and Sue Shea in the final against Gabriela Dabrowski and Sai Yifan. So good for Strycova, another one.
Well, hopefully we don't have to worry about if we know if they play left-handed or right-handed because every shot's going to look the same.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, it's not like she's really a two-hander, both sides. And then on the mixed doubles, we have a player that we always talk about in the finals. We have Yelena Ostapenko is in the finals.
Good for her.
With Robert Linston and Letitia Chan and Ivan Dodig on the other side.
Dodig has been a good player for a long time as well. Ostapenko, I wish the best for her. We talked about her for 2 years now. We started this Wimbledon last year. I said 2 years. A full tennis season and then this one. So the better part of 2 seasons, we talked about Ostapenko. We wish the best for her moving forward. All right?
Right.
All right, let's end this show. Again, I have a massive storm to get to.
Yeah, massive. I wish I could show you the camera, the sun out
You
there.
want me to show them?
Show them the sun.
All right. Here we go. So, look. Oh, look at that little JD right there. Sombreros. See, it's still sunny. It's still sunny, but we're going to get some weather. Stay tuned for those videos later. All right? Hey, Chris, will you make sure this camera's square? I think it is, though. All right. Got to get the producer in here. Big time Chris that agreed with me that sound like Djokovic and Bautista Agut are taking a Bautista a poop. Should have gave Djokovic a skirt and gave Bautista Agut something to poo in. All right, you ready? 12 rapid fire questions. Here we go. Chris is going to check the camera, make sure we're both in it. All right? Maybe I should grunt like a Bautista Apu. And then just change his
Hey,
name.
new nickname.
Bautista Apu.
I like that.
I'm a fly. What's up? That's how we roll. Bautista Apu. Hey, like that one. Had a good time with it. Made my day. Let's go. 12 rapid fire questions. Here we go. You must answer these questions quickly. Carla, you kind of look at my questions as she has seen none of them. Type as you go, and I can see when you type them because when you type your answer, enter, it corresponds with the video, which Carla turned me on to. My technical guru like Rahesh. Carla, let's go. Question number 1. Here we go. 12 rapid fire questions. Question number 1. Who wins? Novak Djokovic or Roger Federer? And give me the score.
Roger Federer, 6-4, 7-6, 2-6, 6-4.
I say Roger Federer wins 4-6, 7-6, 4-6, 7-5, 6-1.
You're saying 5 sets?
5 sets.
Ooh.
Roger wins in 5.
But you said 3 earlier.
He wins in 5.
Okay.
Question number 2. Who wins and the score between Serena Williams and Simona Halep?
6-4, 6-4. 6-4, 7-5. Same thing.
I'm going to take Serena Williams winning 6-3, 6-4. Close enough. Question number 3. Has any of you enjoyed my weathers videos, or could you all care less?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I could care less.
Let's go. I do it anyway because I enjoy it. What's up? Let's get down.
I mean, the only time I enjoy them when there really is a bad tropical storm or hurricane out there.
It's going to get bad later. You doubt me?
It's been beautiful all day.
It's going to be bad later.
Okay.
I love my weather like tennis. Let's go. Question number 4. On a scale of 1 to 10, how amazed are all of you by the weather?
2.
10, baby. I'm amazed by the weather. Let's go. Question number 5. Does Rafael Nadal win the French Open again next year?
Yes.
I don't think so. I think he's done.
Yes.
I think he's 18 and done. I do not think Rafael Nadal wins another major. I think Rafael Nadal's tapped out at 18. Number 6, question number 6. Russell Westbrook being traded to the Houston Rockets. Basketball and NBA fan.
I don't even like the guy, so I don't know why you're asking me.
Is that a good move or a bad move? So good move or a bad
move for the team because he's a ball hogger.
He is a ball hog. I think it's a bad move for both teams. I don't think the Houston Rockets win because of Russell Westbrook. I think James Harden will just get the ball less. And I think Oklahoma City losing Russell Westbrook will just have no team left and will suck up number 1 draft picks because they're going to lose so much. So I think it's just bad for both teams.
Who they trade him for?
Chris Paul and some trade picks through 2024 and 2026. Yeah, it's rebuild time for the Thunder. They're going to suck really bad for the next 8 years. And the Rockets will just share ball time between Harden and Westbrook. After all, 2 point guards aren't going to win anything. Question number 7. Your worst fear is what?
To drown.
Me, snakes. I swim like a fish. Snakes. I'm out on snakes.
I don't mind snakes. No.
Don't like snakes. My worst fear is snakes. I was going to say heights, but I love to fly in airplanes. I just don't like to be up high and not be strapped in or something or with a parachute. But snakes, I'm out.
No, I'm not scared of them.
Question number 8. Answer this question. When I was growing up. Wait a minute, that sound effect sounded like Batista goop or poop. Batista a poop. Hey, let's go.
You sound like Krusty the Clown.
You look
from The Simpsons when he used to go, hey, hey, hey. You do it perfectly.
You look like Krusty the Clown.
Well, wow. Thank you.
All right, question number 8. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a blank.
What?
When I was growing up, I wanted to be a what? Like, what did I want to be when I grew up? A doctor, a fireman?
I told you this before, a mortician, but when I was
I forgot I asked
tennis, of course, a tennis pro.
I asked this question.
You've asked this question before.
So, well, just answer it again because I didn't know I wrote that. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? We're going to rephrase that. What question was that? Number 8. Answer this question. When I grew up, I knew I did not want to be what?
A teacher. I knew I didn't want to be a teacher.
You knew you didn't want to be a teacher.
Like a school teacher, like elementary school teacher.
It's an interesting thing.
Yeah, no.
All right.
You know the funny thing about me is I never liked kids, but I have 5 kids.
Let's go!
I never wanted kids.
You got 5 of them.
But I got 5.
Karma.
When I was a kid, I always used to tell my friends, I never want to get married and I never want kids. And boom, boom.
Shoot. She spit them out like popcorn. Let's go. They call her Jiffy Pop. That's her name.
Like all my friends would be like, oh, look at the baby. And I used to go, ugh, no.
You remember those popcorn that you used to have when you were little and they were like in this aluminum pan?
No, they're all spread apart. They're all have an age gap.
But do you,
I didn't pop them
do you
out.
guys remember that popcorn? It was like a
They still have them.
and you go and it popped up in this aluminum foil and you cut it open and eat it out the aluminum foil.
They still have them.
Called
Those are
Jiffy
cool.
Pop.
Yeah, those are cool.
There's Jiffy Pop. Pops out children's like popcorn. Let's go. Happy
Even
for
Chris
it.
is shaking his head.
Happy for the Jiffy Pop. Let's go, Jiffy Pop.
I'm not going to give you a go for that one. That was terrible what
Shoot,
you just said.
I was part of the program. I'm happy about my Jiffy Pop. Can I get seconds? Can I get some more Jiffy Pop?
Absolutely not.
All right. Question number 9. Yes or no? Or no? Like, Nadal would say yes or no?
Oh, like the baby.
Or no?
Yes or no?
Yes or no? I won 18 majors, no? I won the match, no?
Why are you being terrible today?
Yes or no? Here we go. Question number 9. Yes or no? Do you think it is a problem that most people communicate by text messages these days and not interpersonally?
Yes, I do.
Sometimes I see couples sitting right next to each other in a waiting room. Like, her and I here. Phone and phone. And they're communicating and they're like right here. Like, hey, what's up? And instead they're saying, hey, what's up here? I think that's a problem. Like, hey, what's up? Do you want to go get something to eat? This close. And they're like texting it and they're like right there. I think it's a big issue. All right, question number 10. Do you think human beings will ever be able to travel at the speed of light?
No.
I do. I think the right vehicle to ride in has yet to be discovered or could
Why
be
do we
discovered.
want to travel that fast?
Because if we travel at the speed of light, we will be able to go long distances without being 700 years older when we get there.
It'll never happen.
Think and think again. If you fail, try and try again. Okay? Question number 11. Do you believe in good and bad karma?
Yes, absolutely.
I do too. Question number 12. I will for surely be up all night long watching the weather with no problem, won't sleep, nothing, and won't think nothing of it. Is there anything that you like, any of you, where you would stay up all night without sleeping with no problem? And if so, what is it?
A good tennis match.
Yes. I was going to say...
Definitely a good. That would keep me up for sure.
I was going to say, if Carla said no, I was going to call her out. When I first met Carla, she would stay up till 5 and 6 in the morning and then go on the entire next day with no problem if it meant watching a very young Nadal play a tennis match in Australia.
Yeah, I'd get up.
She'd be up at like 4 in the morning.
I mean, I do now.
I'm like, what are you doing?
I get up, whatever matches are on, I'm on it.
All right, last question, bonus question, and we're going to wrap it up today's show. Bonus question, true or false? Here we go. Novak Djokovic or Batista Agut should have worn a pink skirt today during the match with all the grunting.
No, false. I can't agree with you on that.
Tell you what, that was the worst grunt fest between two men that I've heard.
All right. By the way, we're doing the show together, right? For the women's final and the men's final together.
Yeah, and then
we are gonna dress up for that.
Yeah, we'll dress up for that one. She says I have a tie and a shirt somewhere. I have never seen it. I don't know where it is.
Long sleeve, you have plenty of long sleeve shirts.
Good luck finding it, because I have no idea where. But if she says I do, we'll go with it. I have no idea, so I'll just wear what she gives me. However, we will do the tennis racket giveaway that day. There is going to be a winner. So we'll have that. We'll have a recap for Wimbledon. Thank you, obviously. Shout outs to everyone that helped us along the way. Then after Sunday's show, we'll take a few days off. We have to do, we are looking forward very much so to doing a YTEX strings.
We will, but that'll take a couple of weeks because we still have to play with the strings.
Yeah, so we will be doing a YTEX strings review for Poly Power, which I am already hitting with now. Carla is still waiting for, she has 2 frames strung with the YTEX Pro Tour Blue. She's going to pop one of them before I just cut out our favorite strings currently. So anyway, we usually break those, in a normal time frame. So when she breaks those, we'll be going right on to Poly Power. I look forward to that. So we'll be starting that directly after Wimbledon, and then we will do every other day shows or every 3-day shows throughout after that until the US Open.
The hardcourt season is coming, and you know that there's a lot of tournaments.
Oh, and we have the US Open Series.
There's a lot of tournaments.
Maybe we should do something like a prize giveaway.
We should do a prize just like
for the US Open Series.
The same as we did for the French Open, yes.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do a prize giveaway, and we'll talk about this as we do before we do our last show. Maybe we'll do a prize giveaway for the men and women who can get the most points in the U.S. Open Series as we lead up to the U.S. Open. So we'll talk more about that on Sunday. Until Sunday, take care. I had a good time with this show. I've been really lively because of the weather that I really like a lot, so just bear with me on that one. So that's it. Much love to all of you. See you all on Sunday. Get ready for the U.S. Open.
Let's go Serena. Let's go Federer.
Fantasy team updates, our fantasy team picks for the U.S. Open. Don't forget about those. We're going to do another tennis racket giveaway for the U.S. Open. We got to get out there and get a racket, though. I think we have our sights set on a couple.
We do have our sights set on a couple.
So thanks very much to YTEX Strings and Ivor Savage. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And let's go Tropical Storm. Barry, get worse out there. I need some weather.
How can you say that? There's people that lives are going to be damaged.
Well, I don't want anybody to get hurt. I just want to be out there and feel alive in the weather. Lose my hat and go. Anyway, that's it for today. Take care. Cheers, mate. As Carla always says.
Cheers.
Adios, guys. See you on Sunday.